Who cares?
I don't know why we can't agree that Jameis Winston is one of the greatest of all time just for his comedic relief in the league.
He has a pass. I don't really care what he does. I think everything he does is just
What pass? You mean like a bad rep or like?
no. He's got a pass to just fuck around.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy to think.
Literally the last snap of both of their seasons, and they're gonna get fucking pissed. Go fuck yourself.
Like it's just crazy that out of like all the busts, like Jameis Winston isn't talked about as a bust because like he 100% is. Like he was a top draft pick coming out of Florida State.
Jameis won the Heisman and then stole crab legs.
Jameis won the national championship. Did he win the Heisman?
Got accused
Wait. I feel like I will remember Jameis in the Heisman house. Why is Jameis not in the Heisman house?
Or did they win the national championship?
He won the Natty and then stole some crab legs. But look up, I don't think Jameis ever won a
trophy 2013. Jameis is a Heisman.
Is Jameis in the Heisman house? Now I got to pull it up. Now we got to find out if Jameis Winston is in the Heisman house. I'm not sure
he's allowed to be there.
Hold on.
And he's a Pro Bowler.
So hold on. I see Caleb Williams talking. He's talking to what is that? That's Eddie George. Talking to Tim.
I'm not going to the Bears.
Talking to Charles. Talking to Baker. RG3. Now look. I understand, bro. You only want like certain people, but why is Jameis Winston not in the Heisman house? That'd be the funniest person to be in the Heisman house. Because I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about Jameis.
Him and OJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of On. We are here. You got me and Devin. 2 minutes in, Devin already made a OJ remark.
It's not a joke. I'm being serious.
I know you. I know you weren't joking. You were dead. But I think everybody needs to stand up. Sign a petition today to get Jameis in the Heisman house.
Yeah.
We're here. Just got done watching the final wild card game of the week, which we are here to discuss. We got another report card to do, a couple off the record topics, but Devin, as a Commanders fan, as a fan of a team from the NFC East that didn't get to participate in the playoffs, how are you feeling after this wild card weekend?
Yeah, no fucking idea. How nice it is. Like, the Eagles, who cares? I don't care. Whatever. I know they suck. I know last year was on some bullshit, but seeing the Cowboys go down like that without even a fucking fight. I mean, a little bit of a fight, but it was all garbage time. But just complete trash. They started the game off. Dak screaming at CeeDee Lamb, getting in his fucking face like CeeDee Lamb's a fucking problem. Sure, he dropped 3 fucking balls, but not right in the fucking titties. So, and then he throws a pick, almost a pick six, but he was down, and then throws a fucking pick six, and then the game was over. Then it was 27-0.
Okay, well, let's talk about your NFC East games first. Then, so you got Dallas, which, I mean, we got both of these games wrong. I mean, we both had Dallas and Philly winning.
I got most of them wrong. I don't care.
Yeah,
I feel good.
We both went 2-4.
Yeah, that works.
Hey. But Dallas losing to Green Bay was interesting because they could not do shit.
No, zero.
Offensively, defensively.
Until the fourth quarter.
I mean, they could not stop Green. Okay, because here's the thing. I'm not even going to sit here and shit on Jordan Love, but I will say that every time he threw the ball, it seemed like Dallas, their DBs weren't even on the field. They weren't even on the field.
They threw one. I don't know the guy's name, but he caught it wide fucking open.
Oh, there were multiple times where I'm watching this Dallas game and I'm trying to figure out where a single DB is, and they are nowhere to be found. I don't get it. They couldn't stop. I mean, they couldn't stop Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones hasn't really been the same.
They couldn't cover shit. They couldn't do anything on offense. I mean, they weren't doing. Dak threw 60 balls.
60 balls is absolutely nuts.
Dak threw 60 balls. What were you gonna say?
I mean, the Dallas DBs weren't playing like full strength Green Bay receivers. Christian Watson had just come back from the IR from missing the past 5 games. And then you got some dudes who no one knows their fucking name.
Was
They're
it
just like
ain't it is it not Dobbs? What's his name?
Romeo Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs. I think that's who one of those plays you're referring
Yeah,
to.
yeah. He
Um
151 and a touchdown.
yeah, no, Dak played like absolute shit. I mean,
Dontavion Wicks.
that entire team, I mean from top to bottom, Dallas
Yeah,
played terrible. I mean, it
yeah.
and not even to discredit Green Bay because obviously I didn't have much faith in them going in this game, but
But Green Bay did they played decent football. They didn't turn the ball over. They didn't make mistakes. They just played.
they didn't try. They didn't
They
really
didn't really.
have to try. It's like Dallas was in their own head,
Yeah.
like they just couldn't get anything done, and and Green Bay's just like, all right,
We're just playing
now
football,
we're just gonna hand it off to Aaron Jones. He's gonna run for 12 yards.
and then we're
Cool.
gonna throw a bomb to someone who's wide open and score a touchdown.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe this was a case of Dallas looking ahead.
Yeah.
Like they're not. Maybe they weren't coming into this game with too much
There's no way that
motivation.
they focus on the Packers
I mean, I would like to hope.
because you got to think. I mean, if they win this game, which they probably thought they were going to win this game easily, they got to play the Bucs or the Eagles. No,
Who?
no,
Who? Green Bay?
they would have to play the Lions.
They would have been playing the
Lions,
Lions. Yeah, they'd
yeah,
be playing Lions. But I mean, shit. Green Bay, the first seventh seed to ever win a playoff game.
crazy. The first,
Yeah, first.
well, they
There's only been like what 3 years of seven seeds,
whatever it was,
3
17
or
games.
4 years. Either
Yeah,
way,
third
and
year.
they're also talking about like getting rid of McCarthy. But I mean,
I don't.
like you could throw any. I mean, they're talking about like Bill Belichick. I saw a perfect reason for why Bill's not going there. It's because they don't want Jerry breathing down his neck. He's not
Yeah,
gonna want.
Bill.
He's not gonna want.
Jerry tries to control the team. There's no Mike. I don't know the guy, but seems like a little bitch who will listen to Jerry regardless just to keep a job. Bill doesn't fly like that. What's his name? Robert Kraft has no football input for the most part.
Bill interviewed with Atlanta today.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Jim just interviewed with
The Chargers.
Chargers.
Which I mean, we knew he was going.
Bill's not going to Atlanta.
Bill. I mean, he interviewed
Bill's
there.
not going.
Do you know who I have a problem with interviewing everywhere?
Who?
Just a guy that everybody's going out for. The Commanders have reached out to him. The Chargers have reached out to him. Atlanta's reached out to him. Huh?
Nick Saban.
Oh no. That'd be the Ravens defensive coordinator, Mike McDaniel.
Oh, he needs to stay, bro.
So I would like for them,
defensive mind.
dude.
Only I don't think he knows dick about offense, and I don't think he should.
I'm not even talking about that. I want him to stay. I
know.
I don't want him to go, and I
He's
don't
an
want him to
absolute
go
beast. This is
explore.
here.
Yeah, no. I want him to stay right where he is. I don't need him.
You
going
guys have
anywhere.
had the best defense since him and Roquan.
But yeah, no, I don't see a reason for McCarthy to be fired. If anything,
Well, someone's got to take the fucking fall for this. And I was watching a post game where they asked Dak what do you think the status of your coach's job is? And he was like, it's probably not great. That was a terrible game, but I should be on that list too of someone who should be fired. I'm like, yeah, please get rid of Dak. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't know the way the league works. Dak's obviously gonna be a starting quarterback next year.
No, understood.
But I'm saying like the way Dallas played, it wouldn't have mattered who was coaching.
No,
you could have Dan Campbell out there screaming. It wouldn't have hyping them up.
But
like they weren't even motivated. It didn't seem like they had any motivation to win that game.
No. Well, I don't think they thought that they had to try to win that game. But what I don't understand is how Dak consistently gets a pass in the playoffs.
Does he?
And compared to someone like Lamar Jackson. Because Lamar's won an MVP and is about to win another, because he's so good and has shown that he's great in the regular season, better than Dak Prescott, now he's in this pressure to win a Super Bowl when Dak hasn't even made it to an NFC championship.
So do we just lower Dak expectations and stop treating him like he should be
Well, I think
producing?
they are lower than Lamar Jackson's because he's never done anything.
No, I mean not compared to Lamar, but I mean in totality. Like, should not just me and you, but should people stop looking at Dak as a guy that's going to produce some playoff winning football team?
Well, I never really looked at him in that way.
I mean, yeah, you personally,
But
but a
that
lot of people.
me, but
He's paid like a franchise quarterback, so
well, so is Daniel Jones, and they made the playoffs because of Saquon Barkley. But the pay is scary to me now. Everyone gets fucking paid regardless of how good they are. Jalen Hurts makes more than Lamar Jackson, so
speaking of Jalen Hurts,
absolutely trash.
which you know what's great about this whole Baker and the
I don't
Bucks
think the
story?
Eagles won the game either.
You said what?
The Eagles did not want to win this game. I don't think they tried either. I think they thought they had it.
You know what's great about this? Last year with Tom Brady, the Bucks went 8-9
8-9.
and lost in the wild card round. Who'd they lose to? You remember who they lost to?
The Eagles.
The Cowboys.
Cowboys.
They lost to the Cowboys.
Ugh.
I'm just saying, bro. People. I have been trying to push this Baker narrative for a long time now. I've been trying my best, and I feel
And this
like
is almost identical to the team last year.
it is really close.
I mean, maybe they added a better running back, but the receivers are the same for the most part.
He doesn't have Gronk to throw
Shad
to.
White was there. I don't know what I'm talking about.
He doesn't have Gronk to throw to.
Nope.
I'll tell you that.
Kate Otton's not bad though.
No. But yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it next episode. I don't know how my confidence level is with Detroit, but I mean, Tampa didn't just. I mean, it's same thing for Green Bay, but Tampa kind of dominated. Like they
Tampa dominated the game from start to finish, offensively.
I mean, they were firing on all cylinders.
Like offensively, they looked like a 1 seed and a 7 seed. Honestly, it's the way it should have looked.
Yeah.
Then defensively, I mean, even when the Eagles did get something going, they couldn't finish.
Couldn't get anything done. At one point, I saw it was third.
And they got fucking tush push blocked.
Third downs. It was I saw this shit. It was on third downs. At one point, they were 0 for 7, -2 yards, -2 points.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what their third down conversion rate was.
That's horrendous.
But yeah, no more NFC East teams left in the playoffs.
We're always an overinflated division because there's usually 2 horrible teams or 3 horrible.
Yeah. Cleveland versus Houston.
Yeah, you know.
So I was way off.
And this to me is, it's kind of similar to the Cowboys-Packers game in that, yes, the quarterbacks both played well, but they weren't necessarily needed to win this game.
I might have to disagree. Okay, let me start off by saying I said that CJ just might not be ready for this playoff pressure and just it might be too much for him, and he completely disproved that point. He was, I mean, he
does have the same passing stats as CJ Stroud. I mean, as Jordan Love.
He throws an absolute beautiful ball.
Rocket of a football.
An amazing ball. And it was a great game until Joe threw back-to-back pick sixes. He threw back-to-back pick sixes.
That was the game changer. I mean, it would have been a close game.
It was a really it was a good game. I'm sitting there watching the Texans and Browns go back and forth. I'm like, holy shit. And then boom, pick six. Boom, pick six. I was like, oh, this game's over.
And then all the confidence was sucked out of Cleveland.
And here's the thing. Maybe Browns fans forgot. Joe Flacco doesn't fucking care.
You should have heard him in the postgame.
Bro.
He was like, sometimes you lose and it sucks.
Bro.
Dad, sometimes you lose.
I watched him throw 2 straight pick sixes and it was just.
He probably took a nap.
Like,
Yeah, no.
But here's the thing: does he get? I mean, all these guys that get opportunities, all these guys that get roster spots. If Joe wanted,
You're at least a backup.
I was gonna say, if Joe wanted a roster spot, does he
He's got
deserve it?
yeah for sure.
Does he go after it, or do you think this is like a final like run?
No, I think this showed it. I think he lost a lot of confidence because he said he was going to retire before he got this Browns call. I think he lost a lot of confidence being on the Jets, going 1-8 because they suck, and then what the first 9, 10 game, no, first 12 games of the season he's not on a roster,
Yeah.
and then he does this and shows that he can still play well. I think he will want to play next year. Whether or not he'll be a starter, probably not, but he could be a great backup. I mean, he definitely could be a starter
Off the couch.
straight off the couch.
Off the
But
couch.
they still wanted to, and then got
But
talked out of.
I mean, Houston, man, they defensively, offensively, they were on fire. They were on
Shout out
fire.
to D'Amico. D'Amico's got a team that gives a fuck. He's got a team that's rallying around him. He's a great coach. Yeah, I think this team. I mean, they are playing y'all, and maybe they have a shot. Probably not, but I mean, they've got momentum. That's
Look,
for sure.
listen. Houston had a good run. Houston had a good run, but we'll talk
This
about
is
that
this is
next episode.
Baltimore.
So Miami versus Kansas City, Devin. We were a little off when we said weather wasn't going to be much of an impact
Yeah,
because
I mean, it was a little cold.
I think weather was a severe impact on both
A little cold.
teams. Um,
Well, no, I'm saying I said that it wasn't an impact to one team over another.
well,
Like both teams.
I mean, I think Kansas
feel
City handled the
like
cold a little bit better than.
Well, I think they just handled the football better.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just. I feel like that's just what
Like
it.
Tua horrendous, but
But that's what I'm saying. Like Tua has been on a downward spiral, and we said. I mean, we were talking about franchise quarterbacks not that long ago, or whatever we were talking, whatever type of quarterback we were talking about, and I said I don't know if Tua is one yet.
no, I think McDaniel's wants another quarterback.
I mean, it's just weird. Like, okay, yeah, Tua has absolutely produced nothing in the league, and then gets Tyreek Hill on his team, and is now like considered a guy or
Exactly.
a top guy. And I don't know. It's like to me, the weather played a factor for sure, especially in the beginning. I mean, that one drop from Travis, that
Yeah,
was just like, I mean, clearly, like to me, I was like, oh, he just didn't feel his hands. Like that has to be what it is. He can't feel his hands because I mean that
yeah,
ball was just boom and drops it.
and with no like moisture or anything, those gloves really don't work the same.
And like I don't know if it's 40 degrees. I don't really think Miami plays that much better.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not sure how much. I think they were just had a fucking terrible game, and they've had terrible games for the past 3 or 4 weeks.
But I am hoping, but that does give me some confidence that maybe Kansas City isn't this crazy team that is locked
No,
in for the playoffs because I
they're
definitely
still
don't.
they're way gettable, and I think the Bills are starting to get more locked in than the Chiefs are.
Okay, yeah, I want to talk about that, but like I just do not need a confident Kansas City coming into Baltimore
No,
anytime. Anytime this year. I really don't I don't need that. I don't want that at all in my life. But maybe I don't know, maybe more than the Bills because the Bills beat the Steelers, which okay, they go up 14-0 quick.
very quick.
Game was pretty much over as soon as that happened. When they went up
Exactly.
14-0 and I was like, "All right, yeah." Because
They
I
were
mean, it
cruising.
was a 7-point game in the fourth quarter.
Yes,
So it was a closer game in the fourth quarter than a lot of these games that we expected to be close.
exactly.
Um, the Bills look really good, and after this game, I was sitting there thinking, if it's not Baltimore, it might be the Bills representing the AFC.
No, I know
But it's also it's Pittsburgh.
exactly,
We're not
and that's
gonna.
like Yeah, I mean they started the game off hot. Had they continued that throughout the game, if they continued to play like that, then I would have said this team's fucking fully ready.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense might be a bit of a struggle,
Yeah.
just because right after that big lead, the Steelers started to charge, and if not for that pick in the end zone, that's a 14-7 game. That's a much closer game.
And
But
I mean, like Josh Allen is not running a for 50 yards versus the Ravens. I'm telling you that right now.
fuck no,
Absolutely
Kyle
zero chance.
taking his fucking head off is what's happening.
But I don't know. Like the Bills, I am happy that the Bills and the Chiefs, one of them will lose next week. That
Yes,
is
and
great.
then
So I know the Ravens don't have to worry about one of those teams if they do beat Houston. So,
yeah, when they beat Houston,
who
this is
knows?
up to be a good playoffs. I mean, this first the games today, the games yesterday, the games Saturday, all but one.
Well, I was going to say there's one more game left, and that's the best game of the
There's one
week.
game, easily the best game of the
And
week.
we said this. We said this was going to be the closest game. This is the best matchup,
Easily.
and
Kind of the most
Stafford
riding on this game as well.
Stafford loses in his Detroit homecoming.
And
Jared
gets
Goff
booed so hard.
gets booed
Apparently
in
the
Detroit.
Lions were booing his kids and his wife, dude. Like fucking them up, dude. Brutal.
That's great. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how good Detroit is. I don't know if they're good enough to go all the way. It really will tell me versus Tampa. Like if they barely skate by versus Tampa,
See,
I don't know. What's that?
I think of Tampa as a kind of a similar team to the Rams. They're a deep ball passing team. They can really fucking light you up in the secondary. But if the Bucks defense can force some turnovers, they look great tonight.
But see, Detroit had
Detroit's D is not as good.
well, Detroit's defense played. I thought they looked
They
great.
did play, especially in the second half of that game,
They
for
looked
sure.
great, and Detroit didn't turn the ball over at all.
Exactly.
And but that's the thing. They didn't turn the ball over one time, and they won by a point.
Exactly.
So you turn that ball over
But
once as the Rams or as the Lions.
you got all those hardcore linebackers. You got Levante David. You got some beasts on this Tampa team.
But I was also expecting, second round Lions or maybe playing Dallas or they're playing Philly. But no, they're playing Tampa. So it's gonna tell us a lot about both teams.
Yeah.
Tampa
Good for
and
Baker. How cool is that? That's pretty sick. And
Baker
you
was.
kind of called it. You did call that.
I mean, look.
And he had a better season than Tom Brady.
But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But Tom Brady, he played in a different NFL. He didn't play.
It was a different era. They were soft.
He played in a different era. They're soft now.
The era changed. People stopped like hitting quarterbacks and like hitting people, and they stopped playing football after 2022. So
yeah,
much
really
different. Baker sucks apparently. So.
But with that, I mean, yeah, we talked. I mean, Detroit and the Rams, best game of the week by far. Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Philly, Tampa.
The Rams also had a great chance of winning that game.
I mean, yeah, Puka. I mean, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Puka. You know what pisses me off about Puka? Most guys, like, they'll catch a ball, break one tackle, get a first down on like a 2nd and 5, just go crazy, fucking shoot that shit forward. Puka will get he'll be running a cross route, catch it, shake one, break another tackle, cut up for like 15 more yards, throw the ball to the ref.
Hop back to the
his hair just flopping back. I'm like, you motherfucker, you better start.
He's a silent killer, dude.
You better start talking some fucking shit. You better start talking some shit because it pisses
He's
me
like
off.
A Blama, dude. He's like just sweet fucking chill dude. It's scary.
Shit pisses me off, bro.
And the fact that he's the 5th rounder and can like talk the most shit possible. He's better than all of the other rookie receivers.
Like, let's be real, bro. It's like D-Hop walking around still like you're a safety. It's like no. You're a decoy. Like
Exactly.
you're nothing but a blocker for Derrick Henry, my guy. Stop it. Like, no,
Yeah,
Puka needs to be talking the most shit. He better come out
but
next year talking crazy shit.
he's a fucking Mormon, dude.
I need him talking the most shit. Zach Wilson used to talk. Zach Wilson be talking his shit. I don't want to hear none of that.
He doesn't.
Zach Wilson
Zach Wilson,
be. He's what?
creepy as
He
fuck,
be
man.
fucking moms and he be talking shit. I need Puka to just do one of those things. Either one is cool.
Either one is cool.
Either one. If he does either one, we're gonna sit here and be like, Puka's the guy. But look, I just want Puka to start talking some shit. All right. Before the
I'm
report card.
pretty chill.
What's that?
I mean, I think it's pretty cool, unless he does it against one of our teams.
Yeah, that
That's
would
kind
suck. So I got just a couple things for the report card, or not for the report card, before the report card. Well, I guess one is a small thing. So
Can I something really quick? My bad.
what's up? Oh, you need to take a timeout.
No.
What? You want to talk about Dame?
Dame time, baby.
What about
Game. Guy's a beast. I mean, it's fun to see that in the NBA again. You know, Dame fucking on a good team. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's cool. I'm just really, really hoping in like April I get really like a lot more excited than I am right now.
I mean, that made me feel excitement again for the NBA. Seeing him fucking, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he did his thing, but
I like it. It's hype.
I guess what we didn't mention about Philly. So apparently, I was talking to Shane earlier. I guess there's some drama with AJ Brown that I did not know about.
I'm about to say that he deleted all of his Eagle stuff and then deleted his Twitter.
And like apparently, like this injury he was out for, like, it's kind of bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know. Huh?
Did the Eagles throw this game?
I don't know if the Eagles threw this game, but I don't know if AJ Brown wasn't hurt. I don't know if AJ Brown was hurt or not. I don't know. But
well, so he went out in that game, the last game of the season, with an injury. Maybe he felt like he could have played.
I just don't know. I didn't think AJ Brown was that type of like you know how Stephon Diggs would be bitching.
Dude, AJ Brown bitched his way out of Tennessee.
See, yeah, but I mean that's understandable though.
Well, they just won a playoff game. They just beat y'all in the playoffs.
But I'm saying it's understandable to be. If I'm a receiver and if you're a receiver in Tennessee and you're unhappy, I completely get it. But like Stephon Diggs is bitching and he's got Josh Allen throwing the ball to him. It's like you could be in a way worse situation right now.
You could be with Ryan Tannehill.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just didn't expect AJ Brown to pretty much get what he wanted, and now he's pulling this shit again. But I don't know. What I want to talk about is another. We've been taking just notching at all the reasons why Golden State is failing and why it's over. And I just want to give you one other reason. Did you see Klay and Steph talk about getting booed?
I did.
It's time to get Klay out of Golden State because really? Okay. I mean,
I don't know. I feel like they're very different people.
Obviously, you're not used to that. How do you handle that? Are you supposed to lose sleep over it?
This is the second straight game that you guys were booed here. How does that make you feel when you hear that?
I don't even know what to say about it because I don't want to be prisoners of the moment and understand. You know, we're obviously struggling. There's nothing to really cheer about. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're obviously struggling. There ain't nothing to cheer about. So that's what happens when you play like shit and you're a dynasty. You're expected to be this dynasty and you play like shit. That's what happens. And I've been saying
the Warriors fans need to shut the fuck up because y'all got 4 championships and you can fucking suck a dick and piss off.
It don't work. It doesn't work that way. It
should.
Because
but I mean,
Golden State,
I think it's very different than
Golden State shot themselves in the foot, and Klay is an obvious reason for why Golden State is just not good this year.
Well, I think his play, yes, but I mean his attitude has always sort of been like that. He's not
okay, but it's okay, but okay. I don't know. I thought a player not giving a fuck about being just playing poorly and even the fans noticing and reacting to it and not giving a shit and going all the way to as far to say I'm not losing sleep. Am I supposed to lose sleep over it? You're basically saying I'm just here for a check. Is essentially what you're saying. I'm not losing sleep. I'm still getting. I mean, you're basically. I'm still getting paid. What? I'm not worried. Why would I be worried? I mean, if I'm a Golden State fan, I want somebody that's I don't know, maybe there because they want to win. I mean, at least, Draymond wouldn't say that. I don't think
Draymond
Draymond.
would not.
I don't think Draymond would say, and I shit on Draymond the most.
Draymond would probably attack the fans though.
No, I think if they were playing like shit, I think Draymond might be like, man, fuck it. But like, I guarantee Draymond would understand Golden State getting booed and why they're getting booed
Well,
more
sure.
than the way Klay's acting. And
But also, what they say to the press is probably different than the way they feel inside their locker room. I think they want to win.
you think?
I don't think they don't want to win.
You think? So why are the ones that say they want to win seem like they want to win and are averaging 30 points?
Well, Steph is better than Klay.
And the one that is acting like he doesn't give a shit. Why can't we treat him like he doesn't give a shit? Like why are we not allowed to act like he doesn't give a shit? We know he doesn't give a shit. When Russell Westbrook gets a scoring title in OKC and he says I don't give a shit because we lost, people are calling him a stat pattern because he's averaging a triple double because he cares about winning. So no, put the hammer on Klay.
I've got something for you. Imagine this is last year, and Jordan Poole says, "I'm not going to lose sleep over it." Blown up.
People would go crazy. Yeah. People would be going crazy. But if it's Klay Thompson, it's that's Klay. Oh, yeah, that's Klay. And he's gonna be a fucking Sacramento King next year, and nobody's gonna be talking about him. So whatever. And then this other thing.
And Klay does all that shit talking about how he's not a top 75. It's like there's a reason you're 77.
There's the difference. There's the difference right there in a top 75 guy and a not top 75 guy.
Well, also it's like, yeah, I mean you're good, but without Steph, you're nobody.
I mean, with that attitude, I'm not surprised Klay's always been a role player.
Well, that's just the nature of his game, to be honest.
I guess, but to not care, to like, bro, to me, it's like, bro, LeBron is on year, 20? I've never heard LeBron say some shit like that.
No, that's fair.
If you're over it, bro, hang it up. Clean your locker out and let somebody that wants to play fill your shoes. You don't have to be there. I've been preaching all year about how someone needs to go save Steph Curry, and he's just. The people around him are just killing his own team. Like his own team is killing, is shooting themselves in the foot. It's like it seems like Steph is the only person that cares.
Steph needs to be in my opinion, a better situation, whether that's in Golden State or whether that's somewhere else.
You're not going to convince.
But we're going to start hitting the years where either Steph's going to be on a team that's built around somebody else, or they're going to have to rebuild a new team for Steph.
You're not going to convince me that Golden State putting Chris Paul on their team, knowing damn well Chris Paul, he don't give a shit. He's coming off the bench playing for Golden State. He don't care no more. He's done what he's done.
And he's injured.
Draymond obviously can't get on the court. He can't stay on the court. And you mind you, don't forget, got rid of your one young piece that you had. The one young piece you had. I don't care how bad he's playing in DC. DC is an awful franchise.
Yeah.
You got rid of your one-star guy. Now you got Klay over here going, I'm not losing sleep over it. Bro, Golden State's a joke. Golden State is an absolute joke. They are destroying everything.
And yes,
they're destroying everything Steph has done for them.
Agreed. And they should never boo Steph Curry ever. I think that's complete bullshit. But
I mean, you're booing the team.
Sure,
you're not booing one person. I think if you ask the crowd, hey, is there one person you're not directing this towards? They'd be like, yeah, I mean, Steph.
Yeah.
So,
but this is like booing the Patriots after Tom left. It's like
no. It's like booing the Patriots after Tom threw a pick versus Tennessee in the playoffs, and then
Very true.
if after that Tom went, I'm not supposed to lose sleep over this. Y'all saw that? Y'all see that mansion for sale in Tampa?
In Tampa?
Like, no. Yeah. It would be a
But
problem.
I would be him saying that, though.
But right now, see, that's the thing. If Golden State was nothing that they ever were again, weren't 2 years removed from a championship, just how New England is. Like New England is nothing anymore. They're complete. They completely scrapped everything they were from what they were when they were a dynasty.
My thing is, like, we're always way more critical of teams that have had success and no longer have the same success,
But
rather than huge stars who have never reached the pinnacle.
But I'm saying I was calling out all the bad moves Golden State was making all off season, and I was getting talked to like I was crazy, and I was hearing people talk about how good Golden State was still going to be, and look where we are.
That's fair.
Look where we are. Golden State is my Baker take of the NBA. I mean, I knew this was going to happen, and I don't care if the one argument is, well, Jordan Poole, he's not playing good in DC. Who would? Who would play good in DC? Nobody wants to be in DC. Last thing before the report card. The NBA has just been pissing me off this year. A lot. Melo, dude, we just talked about this, like, guys who are retired just talking shit on podcasts. Like, look, I understand that the NBA gets a different, like, players in the NBA get a different type of respect. Because you don't have to have won anything.
No.
But if you are considered one of the greatest by your peers,
yeah,
then the fans kind of have to accept it.
Yes,
Melo has never won anything. And I'm not discrediting Melo. Melo is obviously like we're talking bags, one of the deepest bags, one of the best offensive players ever.
Yeah.
But bro is delusional. If he thinks he said that Denver gave Jokic 15 to spite him. To spite him.
They said I don't think Jokic wanted that. Denver pushed it on him.
Okay.
Like, he's got 2 MVPs. He's got a championship ring. I think at least by now he deserves the number.
Here's the thing. I don't think Denver considered Carmelo Anthony's feelings on this at all.
Because he played there for what, 5 years and then left?
I wish I did the research on how many people in between Melo and Jokic wore that number.
Did anybody?
I bet you. I mean, if not, okay.
Well, apparently Jokic reacted to it.
If not, Jokic don't give a shit.
No.
But that was one of Melo's things. It's like, well, Jokic don't care. It's like, no, that's the thing. Like, Jokic probably said, like, give me 15. Whatever. Like Jokic doesn't care. Maybe Jokic wanted 15 because they said something else about Jokic. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Just Melo's sitting here. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like that. It's not anywhere near like RG3 talking about himself now, but it's like kind of just gassing yourself up. It's like, bro, or Cam Newton. It's like, bro, your time is up. Like, nobody's thinking about you. Nobody is considering how you would feel if we get, like, bro, you haven't played. You haven't been a Nugget like in a long time.
Anthony Randolph.
Who?
Anthony Randolph.
Oh, okay. So they spited him by giving him
415 from in 2013.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, it's a problem when Jokic does it.
Okay.
Because
so when somebody comes to Denver and puts on 15 and wins 2 MVPs and a championship and Finals MVP, it's a problem. It's to spite you. It's to spite him. It's to spite him because Denver knew this was going to happen. They knew 100%. They could see into the future.
They knew that they were going to get an absolute superstar.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just
also
stupid shit. What's up?
Melo tweeted a tweet when he was at the Ravens game wearing a Ravens jersey, and it's number 7, and I was like, oh shit, he's got a Bateman jersey on. And then I realized that's his fucking number. So he's not wearing a Bateman jersey. He's wearing a Carmelo.
Probably
Carmelo Anthony,
says Kamar. Probably says Anthony on the
probably says
back.
Anthony, which is also nuts.
Whatever. I don't care. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Maybe it's just recency bias, and I can't think too far back. I don't remember Melo being around M&T Bank in 2013. Am I tripping? I mean, bro. Okay, let's just put it out there.
Bro was on the banana boat back then.
We've been in Maryland. We grew up. We watched a lot of Ravens football. I don't remember Melo dapping up Joe Flacco and being at Ravens games and enjoying and supporting them the way he is now.
I mean, fans, I'm not sure, but maybe.
But I mean, when Melo's in the bank, you hear about it.
Yeah.
I just don't remember that being a thing 7 years ago. I don't know.
I mean, he also may have been hooping at the time.
Oh, all those minutes he was
the early season games.
You mean all those minutes he was getting in Portland?
And
OKC and
those OKC minutes.
In Houston, he was getting all those minutes.
Those Houston minutes.
All those Laker minutes. Oh, he was going crazy over there.
Oh yeah, all those 6 Lakers minutes, man.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Report card time. So after this Washington Commander,
and why is it a 15 problem? What? How many years in Jokic's career? 5, 6?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's because he's a superstar.
Because he's good.
Because he's the best player in the league now, it's a problem. But if Jokic was like an 8th man on the bench,
if Jokic played like how most fucking European dudes play, no one would have given a fuck.
All right. So let me just say this.
Jokic wore 15 his entire life.
There we go. That's what it was. I was going to say, I didn't want to say that, but.
So Melo's just completely speculating on that Jokic didn't want to wear 15.
All right. So this report card,
wow.
We're going to do the Washington Commanders, but after the Commanders, we're going to jump, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams.
I guess that.
Yeah, so we're going to jump 12 teams, and we're going to go, next episode, for instance, we're doing the Colts report card. What I basically wanted to use Washington and Carolina as our references. Carolina got a 28% this season. And I think it's completely deserved. So, yeah, after Washington, I feel like we just, why spend the next 2 months talking about just terrible teams when we could just rebuild them, make them better.
Yes.
Not talk about how shitty they were this year. But we are going to do the Commanders because they are your team, and, why not? So.
You want to rub in how much we suck, but, dude, from what I'm seeing, we're stacking up this fucking front office. We're going to get Bill.
Y'all aren't getting Bill. He's going to Atlanta.
He's not going to Atlanta.
He's going to Atlanta. They have a way better team.
He's not going to Atlanta.
Okay, he interviewed.
No fucking possibility.
Y'all have not interviewed him. Atlanta has.
Yeah, this is the first day.
But what if he fucks with Arthur Blank? What if that's his dude?
Not a chance.
I think you are completely. I think you're like stuck in a.
Yeah.
You're stuck in a bubble right now.
He's either. I'm saying he's either coming here, or he's going to the Chargers, or he's going to the Raiders. He's not going to.
Jim Harbaugh is going to the Chargers.
Maybe. He just interviewed with them.
I think the Raiders should stick with what's his name. I'm telling you.
Who? What's his name?
Fuck, what's his I can't remember his name. Because when he came in there, the way the fans it was after the Raiders got the final dub of the season. The way he was interacting with the fans, it's like, bro, the fans are standing behind. I am completely blanking on bro's name.
Antonio.
Okay. They're riding with him, bro. Like it seems like that he's a fan favorite. Like I'm not saying they're gonna be pissed if they get Bill Belichick, but I'm just saying like I've heard a lot less about him losing a chance at keeping his job than some other head coaches that I'm a little shocked by.
Yeah, Ice Cube wants Antonio Pierce.
There you
go. He
might
get it.
There you go. If Ice Cube
wants it,
there you go. Right along 3. Okay. So Commanders, Devin, we did a report card for the Panthers last episode, They got a grade of 28%. Do you think Washington's going to get a better or worse?
Yes.
You think they're going to get a better? Okay.
Higher, yes.
So I guess let's get right into
And if
it.
we don't, I'm going to throw a fit.
Let's get into it. The same way we did last episode. I'm just going to go over the entire offense, and we'll basically, start picking at certain points. So the quarterback position, Sam Howell played 17 games. He was first in pass attempts with 612. He threw the most balls in the league. He was 23rd in a percentage, 63%, 12th in yards, 3,946. He threw 21 touchdowns, which was 16th, and 21 interceptions, which was the most. 232 yards per game, which was 14th. He did have the seventh most drops by receivers. And he also had a list of it was listed as 85 poor passes, ranked sixth amongst all quarterbacks.
Sixth in a good way, sixth in a
Now,
bad way.
looking at people in a bad way, sixth worse. Now, looking at the people he was throwing to, you got Scary Terry, who was 19th in targets, 132 targets. He caught 60% of the balls thrown his way and just broke 1,000 yards with 1,002 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns.
That's a bad form again, son.
Played in all 17 games. In 16 games, you had Curtis Samuel, 613 yards, 4 touchdowns, 62 receptions, a 68% catch rate, which sounds like maybe should have been targeted a little bit more.
Also, Terry's getting the brunt of that defense.
But I mean, a 68 catch percentage, he had 62 receptions. I wonder what it would have been like if he got maybe 20 more targets thrown his way over the year.
Or if he wasn't double teamed ever.
Well, I think Terry's getting. I'm talking about Curtis Samuel.
No, I know.
Well, I mean,
what if Curtis Samuel was our one?
If Curtis Samuel was your one, he'd be getting probably less target. Well,
maybe more targets, maybe less catches.
Maybe. But I mean, I don't know. I obviously can't go through every single catch and see like was he just a reliable target or whatnot. But it is. I mean, it's interesting because
I also didn't watch most of our games.
You look at Jahan Dotson. He had 518 yards, 49 receptions, 48% catch rate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Only fucking 13 less receptions, but way worse catch percent. 20%, caught 20% less balls. So I'm saying maybe a couple more of those targets going to Curtis, a couple less targets going to Dotson, and then you had a little bit of production from your tight ends, at least compared to Carolina. 496 yards, 4 touchdowns, 55 receptions, and only caught 56% of the balls thrown his way. Running backs, rushing, very disappointing. Because to me, you had a 1-2 punch. I mean, we're gonna talk about the O-line in a second, and that is probably a huge reason for why your offense wasn't too productive this season. But you had B-Rob, who only had 733 yards, was averaging 4.1 yards per carry. So, I mean, maybe if y'all aren't facing so much adversity every game and are down, y'all could have ran the ball a little bit more and had him a little more involved. I mean, he was only getting 49 yards a game, but averaging 4.1 yards a carry.
Which is better than Miles Sanders.
100%, and better than Miles and Chuba Hubbard. And then Antonio Gibson, 265 yards, 4.1 yards per carry. But it's just, I don't know, like for them to...
We just weren't running the ball that much. I mean, Sam Howell threw the ball the most in the NFL.
I mean, y'all were first in pass attempts, 32nd in rush attempts.
Exactly.
I mean, that is
so these numbers aren't terrible for being that.
They're not.
That low.
It's a super small sample size for the lack of rushing attempts.
Yeah.
But it's a shame that y'all couldn't use your rushing attack more, because I mean, for them to not crack 1,000 combined, that's a problem.
It kind of sucks. Yeah.
For them to not crack 1,000 combined, I think is a huge problem. But then their O-line, they were 27th in total rushing yards, 17 rushing touchdowns, which was tied for 17th, 65 sacks given up, which was the second most. 100.
Well, there was a period in there where I think the first couple of games, Sam Howell had taken 20+ sacks.
Yes, but 65 sacks taken for Sam Howell. He was pressured the third most, 178 times. 50, and then what I found out was from what I read, because it said, how many times did it say? It said, what was it? That Bryce Young, I'm trying to find it. He was pressured 152 times, 40. I can't remember what it was. Basically, obviously, the pressures are a combination of hurries, knockdown, sacks. It's a big old combination. Just every single time the quarterback had to face pressure when snapping back, when dropping back, which third most. 57 times he was knocked down, which was the fourth most. Your offensive line, I mean, only 10 holds the whole season. 12th in false starts. Here's the thing, though. Maybe if y'all held a little bit more, would have gave Sam Howell a little more time.
We probably should have tried to hold more. I don't think we had the opportunity to hold people back.
But I'm saying, like, okay, you got an abysmal offensive line who, for the life of them, cannot pass protect. But y'all got the most pass attempts in the entire league.
And that's why everybody got fired.
Y'all have at least top 10 1-2 punch at running back. And have the least, no, I mean, in my opinion, maybe not to you, but I think when we're talking about 1 and 1A, 1 and 1-2,
yeah,
y'all got two guys that I think could go start. Both could go start on rosters.
Sure.
It's just weird that they're 32nd in rushing. I don't understand it.
Yeah, we didn't try.
So the question is, what do we grade in these offensive positions? You know, quarterback, receiving, rushing, offensive line, all out of 10. I don't know.
I mean, quarterback bad, and the only reason that the yards number is big is because he threw the ball 600 times.
Here's the thing: he was 12th in yards, first in attempts, first in interceptions. 16. He was 21 and 21 touchdowns, 21 interceptions.
Which is better than being 10 and 11.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's like you got a lot more hope for Bryce than you do Sam.
Yeah, no, I don't want Sam. And I pray to God we don't draft Drake May, whatever his name is.
But I mean, this offensive line is worse than Carolina's.
Could be.
It is. It is. I mean, from a production standpoint,
yeah.
Y'all were. I mean, look at it. I mean, okay, y'all were throwing the most and had the third most pressures. So obviously, drop back to pressure ratio the highest through the roof.
I also think that every team knew we were throwing the ball, so they can rush us. Like
why,
there's no reason.
Why y'all have great.
But if we had utilized our run game, we would have been much better.
I mean, to be 32nd in rushing, that makes it seem like they didn't even try to set up like a play action or like a. They didn't even.
Second rushing means that we have like 2 5th-round fucking rookie running backs.
It's like Washington didn't even try to make you think running was in their game plan.
Exactly.
And that's a shame because they had pieces. So for me, Sam, I'm going to say that if he wasn't under pressure as much as he was, I think the interceptions and poor passes, I think they go down.
Yep.
Maybe the touchdowns go up a little bit. Maybe he gets a couple more opportunities. 63rd in completion. I mean, he did complete 63 balls and threw a lot of fucking balls. Now, mind you, if this O-line is better, maybe they're running a little bit more. He's throwing a little bit less, which could be beneficial or maybe even hurts the stats. I don't know. But I would say, I mean, do you want to compare it to Bryce Young, to Carolina? Because I don't want to do this entire report card thing where every time we do it, we compare to the last time. Because in that way, we're always going to give it a better score if we think it's better than that. Which, I mean, we should, but I don't want to make it that easy.
Yeah.
Like to me,
I forget what Bryce's number was, and I don't feel the need to compare the passing to him to that team. They have a much different team, equally as bad. Um,
I,
we're probably a little bit better, but
you also got to factor in. I think Sam had better weapons to throw to. To me, I'm looking at like a 3.5.
a better weapon.
Okay. I think Jahan and Curtis can be great pieces.
Agreed.
Like the same way I think like Deontay Johnson can be scary in a threat.
Yeah.
Like I think they can be. You give bro. I'm telling you, bro. You put a lot of different quarterbacks on that roster, and they can do some shit with the receivers you got.
For sure.
Um,
Better coach who
I
can
mean, I
run
mean,
the
and
ball.
they played better than fucking DJ Chark and I don't even remember. I don't even remember, bro, who was second in
Thielen,
receptions.
Chark,
Jonathan Mingo.
Mingo,
Come
Boo
on, bro.
Boo.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah,
I'd say like a 3.5.
that's all I got.
3.5 for Sam. Now, the receivers,
What did Bryce?
a 3.
That's fair. I agree. That's
The
totally fair.
receivers, I would say if they had if they had somebody else throwing in the ball, they would have.
I think we could have done much better with Brissett, but here's the thing. I said this before the season. I wanted to stay with one quarterback. I wanted to see if they could develop throughout the course of a season. Obviously, he didn't show anything. He didn't get any better. I mean, he improved from his first couple of weeks when he was getting sacked 1,000 times, but outside of that, he didn't really get any better. So, I think this is enough that we've seen of him. We didn't just play him 4 games and say we need to cut him. We gave him a full season.
I think that we could see the production in the receivers despite the lack of talent at the quarterback position, which I think at least earns them a 5.
Ah,
4.5?
4 or 5.
4.5. Okay. I mean that's kind of disrespectful, but all right, all right. I mean a
Sorry.
50% on receiving. They can't get a 50%.
We were also throwing the ball 50 times a game.
And you but here's the thing. The most pass attempts in the league, you did have 2 guys that were 60% or more on catch percentage.
It's fair, but
Which is impressive.
most guys aren't getting that many targets.
I know, but I'm saying for the amount of targets, for the amount of pass attempts, you'd think that their catch percentage would be lower just from the inflated amount of passes being thrown.
Or it could be much lower because there's a lot of bad balls being thrown as well.
No, that's what I'm saying. You would think it would be lower, but it's not. It's in the 60s, 168.
Sure.
Which I think is impressive, but it's fine. 4.5 I can see. Rushing and O-line.
I don't know if we're a middle of the road receiving team this year.
I really
if we
think
threw the
y'all
ball
are.
200 less times, the numbers are much different.
O-line and rushing.
2.
Both? I think
Maybe.
your O-line definitely deserves a 1 or a 2. I mean, a 2?
Maybe a 1.5.
1.5 for your O-line. Your
It's
O-line was...
the most pressures, fucking the worst in rushing. I think we give our running backs the benefit of the doubt for both averaging over 4 yards.
Like a 2.5?
And not getting the ball very much.
Like a 2.5? Like a 3?
2.5 max.
2.5? 2.5? Okay, 2.5.
I mean, yes, they weren't getting the ball much, but also they didn't produce that much when they did. So.
All right, so this defense, Devin. This defense, Devin. Oh, boy.
Thought about our defense, dude.
So pass coverage. Y'all gave up the most touchdowns.
Did we really?
With 39. Y'all gave up the most yards with 4,457. Y'all were 19th in passes deflected. Y'all were third to last in interceptions. And y'all were passed on the 9th most. So there were 8 teams who got passes or more passes attempted on them, and y'all still managed to give up the most yards and the most touchdowns.
Where do our sacks rank? We had 39.
So y'all were 26 in sacks. Y'all blitzed 172 times, which was the 12th most. Y'all were 30th in pressures and 27th in hurries.
So we blitzed in the 12 region,
So here's the thing: y'all weren't getting to the quarterback at all,
but we were blitzing.
but at the same time, weren't wasn't
Pressure.
weren't playing. You weren't playing any pass coverage.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to figure out where like.
Well, could that be a result?
Well, I'm saying you're giving your quarterback plenty of time, but at the same time, you could also look at a quarterback sitting in the pocket for a long time, being the fact that they can't find an open receiver.
They can't find a receiver.
The thing is, teams were
So
dropping
they'll go out.
back. Teams were dropping back on Washington, not worried about the pass rush, nor did they have to worry about any defensive back on the field because they were going to score. But then you're like, okay, so they had to defend the rush, right? They had to defend the rush. So they were fifth. They gave up 15 rushing touchdowns, which was tied.
That can't be worst.
It wasn't the worst. It was tied. It was a 7. It was like a 7-way tie. Rushing attempts, the 8th most rushing attempts. Y'all were 6th in rushing yards allowed. 86 tackles for a loss, which was 10th. So y'all were making tackles in the backfield, plays in the backfield, just not on the quarterback. And maybe that the blitz might correlate to a good amount of tackles for loss.
Well, also Chase Young was terrible. So,
but I mean, okay, y'all were ran on a lot and passed on a lot. Ran on, y'all rushing attempts 8th, passing attempts 9th. So definitely held up a lot better in the rushing. But here's the thing. They didn't really have to worry about the rush because it was so easy to drop back and pass.
yeah.
So I don't really know. I don't really know where you stand on this because to me, I mean, it's like I can't see pass rush or pass coverage getting anything better than a 2.
No.
And
2's fine.
And the rush what? 2.5? 3? If you give them to what?
2.5.
2.5. Okay. Well, here's the thing though. If you give them
I was just trying to find a stat where De'Ami Brown has more tackles than one of our DNs who played 14 games.
I think you're. Yeah. Okay. So 2.5. All right, and then scoring. You guys gave up the most points per game.
Did we fucking really? God
30,
damn it.
30.5. You guys averaged.
Like when we looked back at the Panthers' schedule, it was like a lot of those games were pretty close.
Some of them were, yeah.
Some of them were kind of decent games, 1-score games.
Y'all averaged 19 points per game, which was 25th.
Nice.
Y'all tied 11th for total touchdowns scored with 39. So the same amount of passing touchdowns your defense gave up.
We were even.
Golly, Devin.
Well, plus the 15 rushing.
I mean, I'd say your offensive scoring points is going to be a little bit better than your defensive. I mean, y'all gave up the most points allowed. I'd hate to give you a 1, but 1 point.
That's totally fair. I think we would give every other team a 1
Okay.
if they were.
Now, offense, y'all weren't the worst in points per game, and y'all were tied 11th for total touchdowns. I give you a 2.5.
Fair.
I give you a 2.5. And then special teams. I don't know if you want to pull up some stats for special teams.
I do.
Because all I have is y'all were 19 of 24 for field goals, which was 31st. So y'all didn't kick much at all.
Wait, 31st in attempts or like?
Just, I guess, percentage?
Joey Sly had a 79%. He was 3 for 5 from 50. 7 of 9 from 40 to 49, and then 7 of 7 from 30 to 39. Missed 3 extra points. Punter, 66 long, 46 average. Not bad. 2 punts blocked. That's 2 of them? That's bad.
So what, like
kickoff?
So like a 3,
2-5 works.
2-5,
Maybe a 3.
3.
Give me a
Okay,
3.
I'll give you the 3. And then you know what we got to do. We got to go through a schedule. +1, -1, or a solid 0. Let's pull up the Commanders and see. Remember when y'all were like 3-1, or like
Remember
or
when I
you
said,
were 2-0?
yeah, remember when I said that we were terrible then? I was right.
Oh shit. So okay, first win,
Jack, we're good. We're good. We got him.
first game of the year. You guys get a dub versus Arizona. Considering what y'all are, that's a +1 in my eyes. And then y'all put up 35 points versus the Denver Broncos, which is almost double.
We barely won that. They had a fucking Hail Mary and then they missed the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, but y'all doubled your points per game average.
We did.
So I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Now y'all lost to the Bills 37-3.
It's a minus.
Okay. Okay. I mean, it's an expected blowout, so
No.
it is. But
3 points
I'll give it. Yeah.
is unacceptable. No touchdowns is
Yeah.
unacceptable. Always a minus.
Now here's one. Y'all lose to Philly in overtime by a field goal.
That's a plus.
That's a +1.
In my eyes.
That's a
I think both
+1.
games against Philly were a plus.
I
think to work on Philly, I think we showed what they were going to do in the playoffs, and they did it.
Y'all do get another -1 though, losing to Chicago by 20.
Yeah, that might be a -2.
You guys beat Atlanta by 8. I'll go ahead and give it to you.
That's 0.
You lose to the Giants.
Atlanta's a 0.
No, I'll give you a point.
All right.
Because that's the thing. Y'all are in the same ballpark. Like you guys, if anything, they're better than y'all.
They are.
So I'm saying, yeah, you get the +1. You lose to the Giants 14-7.
That's a minus.
Yeah.
That game is so fucking bad. It's not even.
And then you had the other Philly game, which I'll give you the +1.
Tyrod Taylor.
I'll give you the 1. I mean, I'm giving y'all 1 for any win, even if it's versus New England. I'm gonna give y'all the 1.
By how much? 3?
Yeah. Which y'all scored 20, which guess what? Is more than your points per game average.
It's all right.
Y'all lose to the Seattle Seahawks 26-29. That might be a 0.
That's a 0.
That might be a 0 to me.
Seattle was in playoffs.
But then this might be a -1. Y'all lose to the Giants 19-31.
That's also a -1.
And then y'all lose to Dallas. 45-10.
Oh, that's a minus, easily.
Yeah. And then y'all lose to Miami.
And this is what I was saying all season. All Dallas did all fucking year was stat pad. They would play shitty teams and just run the score up in the second half.
Yeah.
That's all they fucking did all fucking year.
Shit, they did that in this game.
Got the most fucking he's got the most yards. They suck. They fucking suck.
Y'all lose to Miami 45-15.
I guess that's a minus, yeah.
Y'all lose to the Rams 28-20.
0.
It's a 0 to me. Y'all lose to the Jets 28-30.
That's a 0.
Is it?
We're
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for their best defense, one of the best defenses since the 2000 Ravens. Get the fuck out of here.
27-10 versus the Niners.
The game was close for the most part until the end.
And then Dallas 38-10.
That's a minus.
That's a -1. So let me add that up. And
I think we're in the negative here. And this is why I'm saying that the Panthers need better games.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1.
Nice.
So after the strength of schedule, you finish with a -1 score. So let's add this all up. 7,
I'm gonna guess
8.
I gotta guess at 24, brother.
What was your guess?
24.
Okay. Let's see.
There's no way we broke 30.
Which finishes with Which, Devin, after going over the production, after going over just how terrible this team was, what was your guess?
24.
Y'all finished with a 24%, which I thought y'all were better than Carolina.
We're not. I thought we were.
Y'all aren't.
I thought our receivers were going to give us such a boost that it would be crazy, but I don't think we deserve it.
24% grade for the Washington Commanders this year, which is exactly why we're going to start next episode talking about better teams that maybe can get like a 50 or a 60.
That would be
maybe
nice.
Start talking about some teams that can crack 70. Who knows?
Maybe some teams who can, have a good rushing and a good receiving.
Because that's the thing. Like, I was a little worried, like, 28%. Like, so our good team's going to get 60. But it's like, no. When you're this bad, it's going to be dramatically worse than when you're this good. It's going to be even better. Like, I think the report cards are working out. And I think the proof's in the pudding, Devin. 24%. Do we finish with a word of Weddle?
I agree.
All right, let me pull up the word of Weddle. Let's see. Pull that up. We can go to Wordle. And let me click on it. Actually, there we go. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right.
Google. Oh, look at that guy.
Yep, we ain't advertising no Google Pixel now. All right, what word do you want to go with? What'd you just say?
I said nice shades.
Oh, okay. Shade.
Beautiful.
Shade is the word. Shades of gray is all I see right now, except for a yellow D. I really don't even. Okay. What's up?
Dicky. Is that a name or is that a word?
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That works. That works. Everything gray again. Yellow D.
That works. That works.
I have no clue. Should we ignore the D for now and just try to? Okay. So then I'm looking at like POL or.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay,
yeah. There you go.
POL or public. Public gives us 3 new letters. Oh, that's 6.
Too long.
I didn't. Okay, yeah, that's 6 letters. Awesome. Dude, I have no clue. D second or D last?
I was thinking D last.
Okay, D last. So, how about that? All right.
Whoa.
Green N, green D, yellow O. So is that O? Is that O third or first?
O is probably. I'm thinking third. I'm gonna think third first. There's no H, but blonde.
That ain't a word. It's got to be.
That is a word. It is a word.
That is a word.
And you know why it's a word?
Why is it a word?
That is the male spelling of blonde. Blonde for women has an E on the end. Blonde for men has no E on the end.
I did not know that.
No, I learned that a while ago, and I was like, no fucking way that blonde is spelled differently. But yeah, blonde for a woman is with an E. A blonde man is BLOND.
Wow. I didn't.
And dudes aren't brunettes. They're brown haired.
Yeah, guys aren't brunette. That's that. Yeah, I didn't think of. Okay, all right.
Look at that fucking brunette dude over there. It's like, no, dude. Whoa, you better chill out.
Imagine,
brother.
I'm a.
Put it in your pants.
I'm a brunette.
Yeah, no, you're not. Bro.
Yeah, that's me.
Is that what you identify as? I identify as a brunette man.
Okay, Jerome Ford. So we got an not a running back, an AFC player, not in the North. 24 years old, taller than 6 foot, number lower than 32. It's not a running back. I don't know why I put him in, but it's also not in the AFC East. So AFC West or AFC South. I mean, I'm gonna go. we're just we're gonna cover all the bases. So it's an AFC South quarterback, not.
Oh, super tall.
Is bro only 24?
Who?
Okay. Trevor
He
Lawrence.
is 20. He
Trevor
was
Lawrence.
drafted 2020.
Okay, yeah, he did. He got drafted. He got drafted COVID year, huh?
No, well, the year after Burrow. Burrow was COVID year.
Oh, was COVID year not the boat? Or was that NBA? No,
COVID year, the
the
boat.
NFL they did a boat, right? Where they came in on boats.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. Anyways, we got the DeAndre Swift, an NFC player, not an offensive player. He's 5'10" or 5'11". In the NFC, older than 26.
Hutch,
Who?
just to see.
Who'd you say?
Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, Aiden Hutchinson. Not a defensive player. Okay.
Oh,
I like this. So let's try to guess. Let's try. Okay, who's your kicker? Oh wait, not NFC East. Not NFC East. Not
but I
NFC
know, but you
East.
just put a different kicker, Joey Sly.
Yeah. Okay, so it is a kicker. His number is 5 or 4.
Cairo Santos.
Oh, okay.
I think he's still the Cardinals.
Chicago. All right, so it's
Fuck.
so it's the NFC West or the NFC
Greg
South.
the Leg, is he a Ram again or no? Is he still in the Jets? He's a Jet.
Ooh, he's a Jet. All right.
This guy's fucking 40.
How old is this guy? Oh shit! Wait.
Mason Crosby, he's back.
Yeah, who's old as shit?
Mason Crosby's back.
Who's still kicking?
No, he's not. Fuck.
No, he's not. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, it's the NFC South or the NFC West. But he's old.
NFC South.
He's old, bro. Like Buck. Okay.
All right, just put in Chase McLaughlin. He's the Bucks guy. There.
And it's not gonna be the Panthers. Okay, thank God.
Not the South.
All right, so it's the NFC West. Number 5. Okay, number 5 in the NFC West. All
So
right.
Rams.
It's not
Cardinals,
the Rams.
Seahawks.
It's not the Rams. Isn't 225?
225.
Isn't Tutu Atwell 5?
Maybe.
Either way.
Yeah.
The Seahawks. Who is the Seahawks kicker? Is it still don't they got like a bald headed motherfucker?
Kowski?
No. Who's this guy? Who's this guy right here?
Jason Sanders.
It's Miami's kicker.
The fact that you picked a kicker out of that.
I'm saying there's fuck, dude. I can't.
The only guy
It's like Jeremy or something, or like.
Wait, who's the other team in the West?
Cardinals. Or fucking. The other guys, the Niners.
Oh, fucking what's his name? He's been there forever.
No.
Robbie? No. Fuck.
No. He's not there no more. He's not there.
No.
I mean, let's
Robbie.
just...
No. It's Gould. Put in. Nope, but not it.
Okay, so it's. I mean, okay. This is our final. Final like couple of guesses here. It's not a Seahawk, dude. It's
fucking Cardinals.
Arizona's.
Oh, come on.
Stop fucking playing. I just remembered Matt Prater is their kicker. There we go. 3 for 3. Great way to end the podcast.
So hard.
I guess, yeah, I mean, anything, I guess before I do our rollout, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Give me 5 years. Washington's on top. We're taking over. Coming back to the Capitol.
Sheesh.
We got it on lock.
Look. The only time the Capitol's gonna be flooded is after this next election. So, look, I don't know if DC's got it, but we'll see. I hope y'all do. As long as y'all aren't the best team in Maryland, I don't care. I'm not.
Well, we're not. We're going to be in Virginia. So.
That'd
We're
be
good.
awesome. But with all that being said,
Well, I don't go to their games anyway. So.
yeah, it don't matter. With all that being said, we talked about all of the wild card games. Talked a little off the record shit. We gave a report card grading for the Washington Commanders, and I think we're gonna do the Colts next episode. Next episode, we'll be doing the Colts report card, predicting all these divisional round games. Maybe some off the record shit. Yeah. Brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We'll be back with a brand new episode on Saturday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Dang time.